This is a Fox News alert. Tensions are running high between the United States and North Korea over the rogue regime's successful test of an intercontinental ballistic missile capable of hitting Alaska. I'm Judge Janine Pirro in for Sean tonight. Thanks for being with us. Amid international uproar, North Korea is promising even more missile and atomic weapons tests. And earlier today, at an emergency United Nations Security Council meeting, Ambassador Nikki Haley slammed Pyongyang and issued a stern warning. Take a look.
Make no mistake, North Korea's launch of an ICBM is a clear and sharp military escalation. The North Korean regime openly states that its missiles are intended to deliver nuclear weapons to strike cities in the United States, South Korea, and Japan. And now it has greater capacity to do so. In truth, it is not only the United States and our allies that are threatened. The United States is prepared to use the full range of our capabilities to defend ourselves and our allies. One of our capabilities lies with our considerable military forces. We will use them if we must, but we prefer not to have to go in that direction.
Joining us with a reaction is Deputy Assistant to the President, Dr. Sebastian Gorka. Doctor, thanks for being with us. You just heard Nikki Haley, military action. We will use it if we must. What does the administration plan to do?
The administration will use whatever tools and instruments the president deems necessary based on the advice of his principals and General McMaster, because the ambassador is absolutely correct, Judge. North Korea is a grave threat, not only to our allies and partners, but now to the United States, and we cannot permit it to move down this trajectory of further developing longer and longer range ballistic missiles and nuclear weapons. It cannot go on.
You know, there has always been problems with North Korea, and we've tried all kinds of diplomatic and as well as economic efforts over the years, although I'm not quite sure in the last 8 years much was done at all. But this is the first time, Doctor, that it appears that they have the capacity with this ICBM to hit our shores. This is the closest that we have seen North Korea come in terms of capability of hitting the homeland. How does that change the scenario?
Well, it changes the scenario by clearly demonstrating to us that they have no intention of standing by the international treaties and the international regulations on ballistic missile testing and weapons of mass destruction. But let's not get carried away here. If you use the phrase from the Cold War, the correlation of forces, then North Korea, compared to our capabilities, is not a threat. It can hurt us, but America is not just a superpower, Judge. We are a hyperpower. Nobody comes close to our capabilities. What it looks like is happening now is their attempt to destabilize the region, to make our friends nervous, and potentially to blackmail the Western community. We won't stand for any of that.
Well, it's clear that we are the superpower with the best military capabilities. But, Doctor, at the same time, I have not heard anyone say that some kind of military attack by us or some effort to stop North Korea will not have implications to Seoul. 10 million people who will be subject to catastrophic losses in the event that we send something over there that they'll have time to react to.
Right, but everything changed on January the 20th. When Donald J. Trump became the commander-in-chief, what did you see instantly, Judge? You saw decisiveness, whether it was the 59 cruise missiles in Syria, whether it was a 21,000-pound Moab bomb in Afghanistan. We don't talk. It's not jaw. We are prepared to use force when necessary. And North Korea has to understand that as well, because this is a very different kind of president, and he will use those measures required to protect our interests, our nation, and our friends. So nothing is off the table, Judge.
Well, given the fact that if Kim Jong-un, and who knows whether he's mentally stable or not, but let's assume, look, to do this yesterday on the 4th of July like a birthday present and sending this intercontinental ballistic missile. And by the way, which as I understand, Doctor, was the one that they had paraded out in April at that parade when they were showing off all their missile defense systems. But to do that is basically not just thumbing his nose, but actually his middle finger to the United States. Tells me the guy's interested in doing it, and the only thing that we can do it is preemptively stop him from doing that.
Nothing has changed. They may be trying to send a message to their neighbors, to the countries of the region. But the most important thing is North Korea remains a decrepit Stalinist regime that without the support of China would economically collapse. They know that, we know that, and Beijing knows it. The question is China going to start drawing its own red lines with regards to this satrapy? Right,
but before we run out of time, I understand that the president will be giving a speech tomorrow in Poland. Can you give us an idea of what to expect?
All the viewers have to listen to this speech. It's going to be 7 a.m. It will be a barnstormer. The president will be at the monument in front of the Warsaw Uprising, reaffirming Western civilization, Christian values, the role of Poland in resisting fascist and communist dictatorship. It will be an amazing, historic speech, Judge.
All right, Dr. Gorka, always great to have you on. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.